have in front of me here an AHD, or an analog high definition 720 bullet camera. It's 20 meter IR on it, and it comes with a 3.6mm fixed lens on it. The 720p is equivalent to about 1.3 megapixels, so a very, very high resolution picture on it. There is actually a menu option which will display on this, which will actually allow you to come along and use this camera to set it up for standard use with standard DVRs or with the new AHD high definition DVRs as well. So it's backward compatible basically. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to give an overview of exactly what comes in the box, and also then what I'm going to do is I'll give a detailed look at this particular camera, and then we'll give a demonstration of it in operation here. Just to say, the huge advantage of AHD is twofold. The first thing is that the picture resolution on it is really incredible. It's so much higher than we're capable of getting even with, we'll say, 700 or 800 TVL cameras, or even when we moved over to 960H. This is just a huge leap forward. And then the second huge advantage of it is that the technology in terms of the cabling, the connectors, the installation skills, all that is exactly the same as it was previously. So we'll say if you had an AHD DVR, for instance, and you could have a mix of standard definition 960H and AHD cameras on it, and indeed cameras like this can actually be backward compatible. So it means that it's not like making a plunge into IP where you have to scrap everything and start again. You can actually upgrade your existing system by modularly adding on AHD, although normally changing out a DVR would be the first step because you want to maximize the advantage from the extra investment, because these cameras are more expensive but they're far better. So it comes in this outer box here with a user manual, then just gives you all the description of it. What we have here then is we just have this little pattern for marking out a wall if we're going to mount it directly onto it, and then we have a series of screws and plugs here, and also a 2.1mm power jack here. If we look at the connections that come on the camera, we'll see it's exactly the same as previous analog cameras in that we have a BNC output, and we also have a power input here, which of course our 2.1mm connection goes into. And then if we come along and actually look at the camera here, we'll see there's 30 LEDs on it, and it has a fixed lens and it's giving up to 20 meters IR. In terms of there's an adjustment here on it, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show this on it here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pick up the lead that's coming off the camera that we have here, and hopefully I'll be able to see this, but I'm going to push to the left immediately, and to hold it for 3 seconds it'll actually flick to PAL, which is the lower resolution settings on it. Just take a second now, it'll flick back in, and I just should have held it for another second. It's just video loss. And we're down to PAL, and if I push right, it'll flick back, and I'm going to hold it now until I see a change, and I'll just wait here now, and then we're back to 720. So we're back to the higher definition, and you can see during even the flick in it how impressive that is. We can also come along and I can push this button here. Once again, I'm just depressing the button I was shown previously, and what we do here is we can just bring up the menu here. So I can come down, we'll say, and I can go into a sub menu like day and night here, go in and I can make a change here, or I can hit return, come down to the end and simply exit out. Okay? In relation to the IR vision that's on it, what we're going to do here is just a quick demonstration to give an overview of it, the picture quality we can get on it. I'm just going to hit the power off switch here, or the light switch here. We'll just wait for a minute to focus in, and you can see there's really fantastic picture resolution on it. I might just put my hand over here now as well, just to give a quick demonstration of something like that. Okay, so it's very, very impressive in that regard. And I'll just quickly knock the lights back on, and you'll see how quickly it's able to come back and focus back to full colour here. So overall, we're very excited about the move over to AHD, simply because, you know, to get people who are traditionally using analog systems to pay the extra money to upgrade to 960H was very easy, simply because people were willing to pay extra money for better quality, things like that. But the move over to IP for a lot of people is too difficult, because the technology and the skill set for it is quite complicated, and the huge drawback with IP is even when people can successfully get it set up, if a camera goes offline and things like that, in general, people are very, very limited in their knowledge about how to get back online. Where here we'll say the technology is a lot more straightforward. Everything is just run by hardwire, by cable, all the rest of it, and just set it up. So you're really getting the picture resolutions that AHD is capable of in terms of the technology behind it. It's equal to what's possible with IP. So it really is a huge leap forward there, and I think the products will prove to be very, very successful, because when we see the product resolution and when we run our training courses, we'll say, in relation to CCTV, people really are blown away by the difference between what analog high definition is offering compared to the previous technology in picture resolution, etc. So that's it anyway, an overview of the AHD 720p 20 meter IR bullet camera.